Okay, greetings guys, and welcome to another edition by SETMind. In this edition, we are going to be looking at the problem on the screen where we are required to express z in the form r times e to the power of I theta. So essentially, we must express it in Euler's form. And the z is as given here. So let's go to the next page. So there's a couple of things that I need you to remember before we dive into this problem full on. So the first thing that I need you to remember is that e to the power of I theta is the same as cos of theta plus I sine theta. And if you look at the angles of interest which we have on the problem, you should see we have pi over 3 and we also have pi over 6. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to quickly draw our triangle so that we can better understand these angles. Okay, we'll just make it to be right angle triangle, and let's quickly put in our angles. So we'll have pi over 6 here, pi over 3, we'll have 1, 2, square root of 3. So this should come as second nature to you by now. If you observe carefully, you will see that because of how the expansion is here, we'll expand into cos and sine. It means that I need to look at what is sine of pi over 3. If you look at sine of pi over 3, that just becomes square root of 3 over 2. Then we need to look at sine of pi over 6. If you look at sine of pi over 6, you will see that you get 1 over 2. Then let's have a look at cos of pi over 3. If you look at cos, you'll get square root of, let's have a look, cos of pi over 3, you get 1 over 2. And then let's have a look at sine. In fact, not sine, let's have a look at cos of pi over 6. So cos of pi over 6, what you will get is square root 3 divided by 2. So with this said, now we can go ahead and look at our problem with this identity in mind. So we have EI pi over 3 and then plus EI pi over 6. So what this means is we have cos of pi over 3 plus I sine of pi over 3. Let me go to the next page with this so that we have more space. Okay, if you observe carefully, we have sine of pi over 3 and then plus, we are going to have cos of pi over 6, then plus I sine of pi over 6. So we already know what this is really equal to. So z will be equal to cos of pi over 3. We know it from here that it is 1 over 2. So we have 1 over 2 plus I. And then sine of pi over 3, we know it from here to be square root of 3 over 2. Then plus cos of pi over 6, that we know from here to be square root of 3 over 2. And then sine of pi over 6, that will just give us a half. Okay, so if you observe carefully, you can combine these terms. Remember, you combine the reals with the reals, and you combine the imaginary with the imaginary. So if you observe carefully, we have a common denominator of 2. So that means the real part is just going to be square root of 3 plus 1 plus I times, if you look at the imaginary part, we also still have square root of 3 plus 1 divided by 2. And remember, we need to write this in the form which is given there. So we need to figure out what is R. Okay, and by now you should remember that your value of R is just the magnitude of Z. And how do we find the magnitude? We take the real part and the imaginary part, we square them, we sum them, then we take the square root. So that means we have this here divided by 2 all squared, and then plus square root of 3 plus 1 divided by 2 all squared. And if you do the maths there, you will see that this here we can factor out such that inside we are left with square root 2. So you can have square root of 3 plus 1 divided by 2 times square root of 2. And if you divide square root of 2 by 2, you end up getting square root of 2. So that means our magnitude, square root of 3 plus 1 divided by square root of 2. Okay? That is the magnitude. So let me quickly come here and separate that. And we just make a note here that we are looking at the magnitude. Okay? And the next, what we are going to look at here is the argument. Or, in simple terms, we can say the angle. So how we find the angle, if you remember, we left the argument of z, it will be the inverse tan of, because both of them are positive, meaning in the first quadrant, we are just going to divide them. So it will be square root of 3 plus 1 divided by 2, all divided by square root of 3 plus 1 divided by 2. And this here will give you 1, and the inverse tan of 1, that gives you pi over 4. Okay? What does this mean? Well, let's finalize our answer on this page. This means that we can now write our z, because we have our magnitude. So we have square root of 3 plus 1 divided by, let's write that a bit neat. We have square root of 1, square root of 3 plus 1, then divided by square root of 2. And then this will be EI. The angle that we have there is just pi over 4. So that is what we have. So we just end up having pi over 4. And this here is what was expected. I hope this does make sense. And it really helps you in your understanding of how we should tackle a question which is like the one which was posed here. Okay, cheers and enjoy.